tolerant. What, Marcel? No, don't grab my hand, buddy. Go, go, go. Go find your brother.
So excited to see you.
Good boy. Good boy. Oh, look. Oh, that was impressive.
Andrew, it's always a thrill to see it in action, to see it live. And in fact, on our travels just now, we went into the Choco Nouveau room, as it were, where it was like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Oh. This is the product you were talking about.
And Choco Nouveau was something that originally I never contemplated making a chocolate. What I originally wanted to do was make a standardized extract of chocolate and put it in a capsule. But then what I discovered, dark chocolate is basically a standardized extract of chocolate, especially a 91 or 74% extract. It's almost pure chocolate. So I figured if I could do that, make it taste delicious, but then I realized, oh, most Americans hate dark chocolate.
Right.
So a bit of a problem. But then I figured there's an ingredient that we hadn't used for 20 years, and pretty much everybody stopped using about 20 years ago. It was a liquid form of plant sterols. It's actually this. It's kind of like a waxy liquid form of plant sterols. And so it's kind of back to the future. I thought that because that kind of looks and behaves like fat, I thought that perhaps I could add that to dark chocolate. And just as milk chocolate, just as milk fat makes milk chocolate milder and creamier, maybe this cholesterol-lowering ingredient would do the same thing to dark chocolate. I thought it might work. It didn't might work, it remarkably worked. And I, of course, started with the best chocolate I could find, having tasted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of varieties of 66, 74, all different percentages, 91, and the 3 different levels of dark chocolate that we have. 66, basically to emulate milk chocolate, 74% for a true dark chocolate experience, 91% for a serious dark chocolate. Typical dark chocolate is dry. Typical dark chocolate is kind of chalky and kind of bitter, kind of grainy. Our dark chocolate has the creamy texture of milk chocolate. And so basically, you might say, he's not a candy manufacturer. What is he making this dark chocolate for? This isn't candy. Candy is when you put a bunch of sugar in it and a bunch of milk or cream or other flour, things like that. This is a serious extract of dark chocolate. 66, 74, 91, your choice. I love the 74 and 91. If you're a serious milk chocolate lover, you'll fall in love with the 66, but it's still dark chocolate. Usually the cutoff for dark chocolate is about 60%. And what's most important, not only if you have a square of this with each meal or just your 2 largest meals, will it lower your cholesterol 10, 15, 20% or more, especially if you make changes in your diet, add more fiber, reduce your cholesterol and saturated fat intake, but just on its own, you could expect a double-digit reduction in your cholesterol levels and your LDL cholesterol level, the bad cholesterol. But what's important to notice, because we approach this as really a standardized extract of chocolate, when you look at the sugar levels, each of the squares, whichever one you choose, the 66, 74, 91, they're all 26 calories.
Right.
So they're only 26 calories. What I want everybody to note is that this is the sugar amount in each of them.
Right.
In the 66, there's 1.8 grams of sugar. Remember, a teaspoon is about 5 grams. So there's basically a third of a teaspoon in the 66. There's about a quarter of a teaspoon in the 74. There's about a tenth of a teaspoon in the 91. So that's the level of sugars in 26 calories of my chocolate, a square. That's the level of sugar in 26 calories of grapes or peaches or plums or apples, pineapple, oranges, blueberries, kiwi. As we can see, something that we consider low in sugar, certainly I do, blueberry and kiwis,
sure,
you'd be at 4.5 or 4 grams in 26 calories. You're more than double, almost triple the level of, certainly triple the level of the 74. You're about 10 times more than the 91. What's truly amazing, and again, why this is really like a standardized extract of chocolate, not a candy, it is delicious, and you will not find a better tasting dark chocolate, a creamier dark chocolate in the world. But if you look at it versus vegetables, sugar content per 26 calories of everything from tomatoes down to cauliflower,
right? Even
cauliflower. 2 grams of cauliflower, 2 grams of sugar in 26 calories of cauliflower. There's again only a half a gram or 1.8 grams in the 66%. So just to give an even greater sense of how absolutely unique our chocolate is, our dark chocolate is, but the best part of all is, first of all, it's going to be the best tasting chocolate, dark chocolate you've ever had. And then on the other hand, you have 1 or 2 squares with your, I have to say 1 square with your 2 largest meals of the day, 1 square with each meal. You will expect a double-digit reduction in your total cholesterol and your LDL cholesterol. And that's an ingredient that has been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So it's an incredible opportunity to enjoy the most delicious chocolate and without question the most heart-healthy chocolate in the world.
From eating chocolate, I mean, it takes a second to sink in, because we're hearing things that we thought were only the stuff of dreams. I mean, really, chocolate that is going to be so good for you that it can help to lower cholesterol like that. You have to try it, though. If you're somebody that just does not like darker chocolate, go for the more mild one. That's the one I love, and we enjoy at home. But obviously, Andrew stops manufacturing it in the summer because of the heat and shipping and everything. So now's a great time to do it. Okay, we're going to move on. Hands up anybody at home who had cranberry juice this morning. It does taste good, though, doesn't it, the cranberry juice? Well, I don't want to upset anybody out there, but that cranberry juice that you were enjoying might not be as good for you as you would have hoped. We're going to feature a product now that is, again, universally loved. Let me tell you, we are 87% 5-star reviews, so 4.7 stars in total. This is cranberry done right. Cranberry has many, many wonderful benefits, and it's been known as that for a long, long time. Andrew's cranberry product is going to help to replace this bottle over here that looks so familiar to many of us. Andrew, it looks so innocent, it looks so good, but it hides a dark secret.
Well, it's a really delicious secret. It's just full of sugar, because inherently cranberries are bitter. And in fact, what I'll sometimes do at home with my tea, I buy these ultra concentrates of fruit.
Right.
They're almost like syrups. They're just these syrupy extracts. And I'll put just a teaspoon or a tablespoon into my tea. And the one thing, when I put a teaspoon of, say, cranberry juice extract into my tea, I also put a tablespoon or a teaspoon of another juice extract.
Right.
Specifically because cranberry is just so bitter. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately. So if we plan on enjoying cranberry juice to get the benefits of this product, you're going to end up consuming hundreds of calories of cranberry juice, which means you're consuming dozens of calories or dozens of grams, probably 50, 60, 70 grams or more of sugar, which is the last thing any of us want to do. As much as cranberry is healthy for our bladder and urinary tract and its function, the last thing we want to be doing is starting to drastically increase our sugar consumption, our caloric consumption. So again, this is a very simple answer, a very simple solution. They're small capsules, easy to swallow capsules, as you can see it there. And I'm just going to open the capsule, and you see all you're looking at is the extract
Natural color, of course.
Cranberry fruit. And it's the purple color of cranberries. So those little berries you see on the pretty picture of that bottle, what we've done is simply we remove the things you don't want. There's no need for us to be consuming calories with this product, and it's a simple, straightforward product. The best testament to this product is the science about cranberry. Of course, cranberry had been viewed positively traditionally for centuries. But it's one of those things that science has rediscovered, that the traditional physicians and traditional practitioners knew what they were talking about when it comes to cranberry. And the scientists and physicians now know exactly how cranberry goes about delivering its remarkable benefits to us. And what's really incredible about this product, of course, we went out and sought a cranberry extract that just didn't get in the way of delivering what Mother Nature has to deliver, the promise of cranberry. So we got the most straightforward product, delivering the ingredients that are necessary for the benefits, and the reviews back us up. If you look at the reviews on this product, I think it's got at least several hundred reviews.
It does.
And of those reviews, I think about 90% are 5-star reviews.
Yep.
So I'm not sure how many.
547 in total, and 87% of those
are 5-star reviews. So probably upwards of 97, 98% are positive reviews.
Correct.
So, that's what I always say. It's nice to have the science on our side, And then the ingredients we put together, the way we assemble the product, is to not get in the way of the science. Well, in this case, not get in the way of Mother Nature. And then if we do a good job, the ultimate validation of that job will be the reviews, which is the case with pretty much all our products.
I want to just take you through the pricing on this one because I was advised again that this is that March special savings.
Oh, that's right. This is our monthly special
Yes,
for
it is.
March in advance. So
Yeah.
it's basically today's special pricing.
So this is something we've not been able to do before, but this doesn't officially go live for another couple days. We are going to honor it tonight. So you're going to get the biggest savings of the entire year on cranberry. You're going to be able to get it first. Just to quickly take you through those options. If you'd like to try it, we have the 30 caps, normally priced very affordably at $14.90. Today, just $10 and change. Saves you 4. The 60 caps, normally $22.90. Today it's $14.90, saves you 8. The 120, normally $37.90. Today, $24.90, saves you 13. And again, the 240 would normally be $65 or so. Tonight, and for the month of March, it's under 40, saves you 25.
So to think, and this is a product that on sort of a general level, I just take 1 capsule daily. Muriel does the exact same thing.
Right.
Some people, depending on what their doctor might recommend, might take more than 1, but it's a product that on a daily basis, 1 or 2 capsules daily. And when you look at the pricing, it's a little bit more than a dime a capsule today. So it's an incredibly affordable product, and I encourage you to read the reviews. I could read some of the reviews here. I don't know, maybe I'll just grab a couple of charts from the very top here, and we'll just read these. But here we go. A gift for my mom. I bought this product for my mom after she had her stroke. She had a UTI soon after I brought her home to nurse her back to health. I felt helpless that I couldn't relieve her discomfort. I remembered cranberry benefits and immediately purchased it for her. It's been several months since that first UTI, and my mom gets stronger every day, and not having to worry about a UTI is one less thing on my plate. Thank you, Andrew. And again, it's not a drug, not a medicine. It just promotes a healthy environment in our bladder, kidneys, urinary tract. Gives me great comfort. I got my first UTI, urinary tract infection, and was shocked. Now that I'm older, in my 60s, I guess things do not function the way they used to. I started on Mr. Lessman's cranberry benefits to help try to keep it from happening again. Cranberry juice is just not an option because of the high sugar count.
Right.
I now have been taking them for 2 years and will not go without them. I feel so much better taking just 1 a day, and I have not had any more problems. This is an excellent product. I was so tired of hearing from doctors saying that this was just part of the aging process. I take other supplements from Andrew's line and have had great results. So I went online to check out if he had something that would address my bladder and general urinary tract issues. Lo and behold, I found this product. I've been using this supplement daily with great results, all natural ingredients. It just works. I will not go 1 day without it. Thank you, Andrew. And I recommend you read the reviews. It is not just part of the aging process. Yes, things change, but as much as there's things that sort of naturally age, there's also some natural tools we have at our disposal to help us contend more gracefully with the aging process.
We're going to head over this way. I know we have cinnamon and berberine, and I know Danielle's on the phone as well.
And so this will be the monthly special pricing through the end of March.
Oh, on the cinnamon as well.
So these are, we're going to quickly go through 4 products because I'm not here at all in March. I'm not here. I'm not at HSN at all in March. I'm not back until the middle of April. So I'm gone for a couple of months. So we wanted to make sure that we had some fun products available as monthly specials. I also recorded some videos that we'll discuss them at length. So it's cranberry, cinnamon, berberine, and alpha-lipoic acid. So now we're going through cinnamon, and then we'll talk about berberine. So first cinnamon.
So why, and then I know Danielle is standing by. Danielle will be with you in about a minute and a half, I promise. Let's just introduce cinnamon, because this isn't just normal, regular cinnamon. No,
it's, well, you could use it on your cereal, as I often do, like cinnamon. You could sprinkle it in your pancake batter or your waffles or things like that, or put it in your yogurt or put it in a smoothie, because it does taste like cinnamon, but it is produced entirely differently, meaning that we start with the same material, the bark of the cinnamon plant. But in this case, we specifically extract it for certain protective compounds, again, that the science has told us have certain benefits. So we have followed the science, and in so doing, delivered a product that is intended to support our blood sugar metabolism and support our insulin metabolism. And unfortunately, with the sort of epidemic that we suffer from in America, from overweight and obesity, with that comes changes in how well we metabolize our blood sugar and how well our sensitivity to insulin, or basically our insensitivity to insulin. So it's important for us to follow our doctor's recommendations. It's important for us, if we can, to lose weight, focus on eating the right foods, and to the extent we want a natural tool that helps support that process as well, in terms of helping us support that healthy blood sugar level, then this is a great option. I'd been asked about a product like this for decades, and until the science came out on cinnamon bark extract, and in a moment we'll talk about berberine extract, there was nothing available to do that apart from saying really focus on diet, focus on exercise.
Let's go to Florida and say good evening to Danielle. Danielle, welcome to the Monday Night Show. You're on air with Adam. Say hi to Andrew.
Andrew,
hi, Danielle.
how are you?
I'm great, Danielle. How are you?
Great. Thank you. Thanks for taking my call. My question is, and my husband and I use several of your products, and recently now we have the marine collagen, and he likes the glucosamine. I want to know what's the difference, because both of them are supposed to be for the joints.
Great question. If you look at your joint tissue, glucosamine and chondroitin are the molecules, these glycosaminoglycans, or they're sort of a molecule with a mouthful of a name, glycosaminoglycans. But what they are, they're the structural molecule that's part of the lubricating system of our synovial fluid, that's part of the actual structure of our tendons and our ligaments, our cartilage. They're often referred to as sort of the bricks and mortar of our joints. So that's a good way to look at glucosamine and chondroitin, structural molecules that impart these elastic properties to our joint tissue. Marine collagen, on the other hand, before I was talking about the most common, the predominant protein in our body. And the predominant protein in our body is collagen protein. And collagen protein, its role is sort of as an integrating protein. It kind of forms a matrix around tissues or as part of tissues. So even our joints, those glycosaminoglycans, the glucosamine and chondroitin that make up the bricks and mortar of our joints, they still rely, like other tissues on our body, on having this integrating protein. That's sort of if you look at, again, bricks and mortar, glucosamine and chondroitin, if you still build a house with the bricks and mortar, you still have a structure for that house. You still have, say, the wood, the 2x4, the beams, and the structure of that house. That's really what the collagen peptides are. That's really what the collagen protein in our body is. So one of the ingredients is dealing with the actual structural tissue that makes the joints in our body this unique tissue that's uniquely flexible, but uniquely strong. But then that integrating protein that keeps it all together, that keeps that structure all together, that's the collagen peptides. And that's why the two work perfectly hand in hand. One is the bricks and mortar, and one is sort of the underlying or the overlying structure that the joint tissue relies on, like any tissue in our body, whether it's muscle tissue, whether it's our bones. There's collagen peptide and collagen protein that's absolutely essential for the structure of our bones, essential for the structure of our arteries and veins, and obviously essential for the skin as well. So hopefully that made sense.
Yes, thank you very much.
Danielle?
Thank you.
Are you there, Danielle?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it made sense, hopefully. Good.
Thank you so much for the question, Danielle. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you. If you've got a question for Andrew.
Sometimes I get a little wordy in my answers, but I try to be as thorough and descriptive as possible. But they're both part of that same structure, because remember, our joints, certainly the connective tissue, plays a role in our joints being strong and being held in place, but at the same time being incredibly flexible. But then, like all of the tissues in our body, it requires an integrating structure as well, that they depend on the collagen peptide to integrate their structure to create the stable joints that we enjoy.
If you've got a question, 1-866-376-8255. Only about 60 seconds or 90 seconds left on the monthly special. Again, an early access to our March monthly special of cinnamon. And even to this day, Andrew, cinnamon still plays a very important role in herbal Chinese medicine, right?
Well, it's as does berberine, as does turmeric and ginger. But cinnamon is something that even more fascinating today than its role in Chinese medicine, or even if you want to go back what we go back 1,000 years. When we start looking at the trade that was going on between Europe and Asia, that led to the discovery, eventually, of discovery of North America, the second discovery of North America, say by Columbus. That second discovery was driven by a desire to find an easier way to gain access to those spice roots. And cinnamon was one of those original spices. So certainly it was treasured for its flavor and its culinary properties back then. But now we know that just as Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine in India appreciated for centuries, that cinnamon has other roles within our body. And now the role we appreciate is its role in helping to support our healthy blood sugar metabolism and our healthy blood insulin metabolism. And berberine is berberine's another, it's beautiful color. It's closely related to turmeric. And turmeric is sort of a bright orange. Berberine, barberry extract, is bright yellow. And you get to and whoever would need artificial colors when you have natural botanicals with that kind of a beautiful color, and without getting into the more complicated science in our body, and now they understand exactly on a cellular level what berberine actually does in terms of the biochemistry of our cells. But berberine also has wide-ranging benefits, but what's most exciting in the current science is its role also, like cinnamon, in supporting healthy blood sugar metabolism, helping support healthy insulin metabolism, but also it also benefits us in terms of our lipid metabolism as well, in terms of cholesterol and our low-density lipoprotein cholesterol. But what's interesting about berberine, cinnamon, you could take 1 or 2 capsules daily. With the berberine, if you really want to embrace the science on berberine, you need to take 1 or 2 capsules with each meal, meaning 3 to 6 capsules daily. So you're taking a more significant dose of berberine, and that's exactly why we do a 720 capsule supply. Because if you're taking 3 capsules daily, that's going to be about an 8-month supply. If you're taking 6 capsules daily, it's a 4-month supply. But berberine is something that, if you do a little research online, you're going to be just astounded by the recent findings and the research on berberine. It's something we've only been making for a few years because we really needed to validate, as I always do. Even if we could introduce a product and it would be very popular, I won't do that until we completely validate the product, the ingredient, and the benefits. And that's what we've done with this product now.
We've had a few people call in and ask about acetyl L-carnitine. We are scheduled to do a presentation of that in about 10 or 15 minutes time. I know that one's a hot commodity right now. Everybody wants that particular one from Andrew. I would like to just for a moment focus on, because as we were walking around, I saw you guys were bottling for Vitamin Angels.
Right.
For anybody that's never seen you, Andrew, I mean, the whole experience is so important, including
well, there's a lot of companies that try to do things that are socially oriented, that are socially responsible, that are charitable. And a number of years ago, I've always been someone who, my parents taught me it was a good idea to donate to charities, but I wanted to do something more than donating. I really wanted to create something that made a meaningful difference. And fortunately, I knew a gentleman who had a charity called Vitamin Angels that donated children's vitamins throughout the world. And I knew that the science on prenatal vitamins was the most compelling science with any supplementation imaginable. And unfortunately, there was no one in the world donating prenatal vitamins. But Howard at Vitamin Angels was kind enough to say that if I would make prenatal vitamins, he would get them into the hands of millions of mothers around the world. Right. And that is exactly what this wonderful gentleman did. So we have together gotten over 1 billion vitamins, almost 1 billion vitamins as of right now. It'll be over 1 billion in just a few months, to needy mothers around the world. And it just changes the health of entire communities. It changes the economic health of those communities, because a child that's well nourished prenatally is a child that's going to be able to contribute better to its community thereafter. So it's an exciting, wonderful thing that we get to do. And as I've said, people have often asked, why don't I move my company outside the U.S., because it would be, like so many companies, it'd be easier to make products overseas. But we're an American company. I'm an American. Everyone who enjoys my products is American. So it makes sense for us to stay here. And the one thing we do export is sort of the kindness of our products. And by the way, about 1/4 of all the prenatal vitamins we donate are in the U.S. So it's really first come, first serve in the U.S., then all the rest of them we offer overseas. We share with those who aren't as privileged as we are here in the U.S.
It's a wonderful thing. You're buying the finest vitamins in the world for you and your family, and in return, you're buying something that's helping somebody else. Needless to say, throw into the mix that this is all being manufactured with an all solar-powered facility. I mean, Andrew, even that alone, how many places are there today in the world that are all solar-powered?
Well, probably, as far as private companies, probably none.
That's crazy.
No, we're talking about facilities that are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of square feet and would require enormous amounts of energy to fuel this process. The lighting, the cooling in the cooling in the summer here. It's obviously 115, 120 degrees, and the heating in the winter. But absolutely no energy, no fossil fuel. We are entirely sort of a standalone power source here. So we're as responsible as we are in trying to make and succeeding in making the most unique supplements in the world that deliver the benefits. And I think right now we probably have, it's approaching 50 or 60,000 total reviews at hsn.com, averaging about 4.7 stars almost. So we do a good job in your eyes. We also want to make, I want to leave this place knowing I did a good job in someone else's eyes. And also it's nice to know that my parents are proud of how I go about doing what I do, because whatever they did when I was a kid, they infused in me the idea that it's not just good enough to make a product. You have to make the best product, and you have to go about making it responsibly. And we do so environmentally, we do so socially, and we do so in terms of quality.
It's funny I say it, but knowing Andrew as I do and as you do, anything that this gentleman brought to the market, I would buy, knowing what he puts into it. Nothing but the best. I mean, it's right.
No, well, if you're going to do something, I think it was, might have been Ralph Waldo Emerson who said this, there's always one right way to do everything. And that's how I approach everything. But that right way, it's a constant pursuit. So just because you've made a great product today doesn't mean with the resources available in a year that you shouldn't change it to make it even better. And that's what we've constantly and consistently done. And actually, I know the product you have in your hand, the alpha lipoic acid, which is our other special for monthly special for March. And I introduced that because that was always a product that when we talked about in terms of specifically for folks, it was often an ingredient talked about. If folks were having challenges with blood sugar metabolism, their blood sugar level, and they wanted to give their body sort of a protective nutrient in terms of those issues. And it's, again, not a drug, not a medicine or anything like that. Alpha lipoic acid was always at the top of the list. But the highest levels we ever were able to get of alpha lipoic acid were originally 100 milligrams. But there's a source of alpha lipoic acid out of Europe, in Germany, and I want to go actually visit them in the coming months. But they make an alpha lipoic acid that is, it's probably 10 times more expensive than the alpha lipoic acid you see in every product out on the market. But unfortunately, those have, to me, unacceptable levels of contaminants, that they're not as pure as I like. Whereas the product out of Europe, out of Germany, is pristine in terms of purity. I'm just going to go there and probably beg them if they could sell it to us at a lower price, because it's such an expensive raw material. But we've been able to more than triple the levels of alpha lipoic acid in this product as a result of this new material, because not only more pure, but it also is easier for us to encapsulate and deliver the precious alpha lipoic acid, which is referred to as the universal antioxidant. There's some folks who almost look at alpha lipoic acid preferentially over the protection that CoQ10 affords. But I like them both to the same degree, but alpha lipoic acid is something that I've also been taking for over 30 years.
And just so you know, that March monthly special pricing, thrilling to say, because we've never done this before, is giving you early access to the best pricing of the year. Because Andrew, this wouldn't be typically a today's special, would it?
We have never done alpha lipoic acid as a today's special. Okay. We had plans on have plans on doing so, and it's also raw material that if I would open the capsule, it just didn't look pleasant. It was such a difficult material to encapsulate.
Right.
But this new material we have that I talked about out of Germany, I mean, look at that. I mean, and that's why we can get more material into the capsule. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, it's still, it's best price we've ever had from it, but I would like to make it even more affordable, and that's part of why I'm going to go to Germany to basically implore them to give us a better price for this material, because I think alpha lipoic acid is so important, and the other sources of alpha lipoic acid on the market, unfortunately, their synthetic process, the way they go about making the alpha lipoic acid, leaves what I consider unacceptable organic chemical, whatever residual in their product, and that residue is just unacceptable to me. So we were able to change our material and lower the cost per milligram, but I'd like to lower the cost per milligram even more because this is such an important ingredient.
We're going to head over this way. For those folks looking for acetyl L-carnitine, we are now about 5 minutes away, I promise. It's amazing, Andrew, to see the team behind the scenes at work. Is this a 24/7 operation?
Well, Monday through Thursday, yes.
Okay.
Monday through Thursday, we'll run basically 24/7. Friday is when we get to catch up on maintenance on all the machinery and cleaning and things like that. But typically, because I'm on, say, every 3 months at HSN, usually before our shows, because this is something else we talk about often, all of the product for the shows are made before the shows.
Right.
So usually I would say the 2 to 6 weeks out from a show, we are running probably almost 7 days a week.
Wow.
So we'll run overtime during those periods of time. And so again, that just underscores the fact that we are not making product and selling it through over a period of a couple of years. We are making product and selling through it over a period of a couple of weeks, literally, which is something I'm very proud of.
It's as fresh as it can be. We're going to go to the phones in a few moments' time. I do want to let everybody know that we have secure meal replacement available. There's a lot of us who perhaps have fallen off the bandwagon already when it comes to maybe losing some weight, becoming a little leaner in the new year. You're not the only one. This is something that gets a lot of attention because the taste profile of Andrew's product is quite frankly astonishing. Well, I'll let Andrew explain it, but in terms of meal replacement products in the market, nothing can you're throwing it on yourself.
I like my Secure so much I wanted to wear it. But what I've done here is I put a scoop of chocolate into each glass. I could put water in there, or I'll put some milk in there. But there's no meal replacement that mixes as readily as this, that mixes as easily as this, and it was intended to be done so. Every single ingredient in there, as I kind of say with our multivitamin, we pretend it's the only ingredient. So we make sure that each ingredient will not introduce a bad taste experience, won't introduce a bad solubility experience. So you'll even see, and this is chocolate, and chocolate is going to be one of the more challenging ones in terms of solubility. But as you can see, without even stirring it, they basically mix. And even the milk here is cold, and cold things actually aren't as easy to mix.
Right.
But as you can see, it already starts to look like chocolate milk.
And it tastes so good. Oh my, I've had a chance to try them all at this stage, and they're all so well received.
And then here the water. So you see how without a blender, most meal replacements, you just have to use a blender.
Like that.
Without a blender, it still mixes, and wow. That's like, it's just delicious. It's like, I could say Nestle's Quick when I was a little kid. When
Right.
it's exactly that flavor.
You went to them and said to the fast food restaurants, I want something that's going to taste as good as going to a fast food restaurant.
Well, what I did is you go to the flavor houses. Oh, this is good. You go to the flavor houses, and basically you have to create a flavor, and it's really sort of a bit of an art form. And for us, most companies don't want to spend much on flavor. That's why their products taste terrible. We didn't, whatever it cost, that's what it was going to be. So we invest in flavor like no one else invests in flavor. And what I simply did, it's like anything. You say, what is your target for chocolate? So I went to my favorite, not that I have them anymore, the favorite best tasting chocolate shakes from a fast food restaurant that we all know, and I said that's the flavor I want to emulate. The same thing with the vanilla, and with the coffee, I went to that favorite coffee place that had a delicious, sweet, yummy coffee, and of course ours is nutritious. It's like a mini multivitamin when you consume it, and it delivers high levels of soy protein, and soy protein in terms of weight loss, soy protein's unrivaled. Of course ours is non-GMO. I'm always asked that question.
Yeah.
We would never use GMO anything. So ours is, of course, non-GMO soy protein. We also have a version that uses our marine collagen peptides as a protein source. We also have a version that uses our whey protein, our remarkable whey protein isolate, as a protein source. Your pick, whichever protein you prefer. You can find it at hsn.com. I'm going to drink this. You can dock it.
Please, and just to let you know as well, other than the chocolate, the pina colada is gorgeous. We're going to go to Texas and say good evening to Margie. Margie, welcome to the Monday Night Show. Margie, you're on air with Adam, and in a few moments when Andrew's finished his chocolate shake, as it were, Mr. Andrew Lessman. Margie, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, and thank you for taking my call. This is my question. I am
welcome,
taking
Margie.
1 multivitamin, 2 for vein support, 2 for eye support, 2 for nails, 2 for glucosamine, and 2 omega oil. Now, this is what I do. I open up the capsules just like Andrew Lessman does, and I put them on a tablespoon of yogurt, and I take them all like that. Now, I do not open the omega oil. My question is that okay?
That's
is that okay
fine.
that I open them up and I'm...
You're absolutely fine. What's interesting is some folks, even though all of our capsules are very, as you know, they're very small, they're very easy to swallow, but some people just don't like swallowing pills.
Right.
And some people, I had an uncle who just had a phobia. You could give him a pill the size of like the head of a pin, and he wouldn't be able to swallow. So that's completely fine. I often do that, I was saying, with the cinnamon. I sprinkle it on my oat bran. I'll sprinkle it in a smoothie. We often do that at home when we're making a drink. We'll sprinkle whatever we choose to, whether it's glucosamine. I open the glucosamine and chondroitin and I put it on Lincoln's food. So what you're doing is absolutely fine, and I applaud you for having the resourcefulness to figure out a way that works for you. That's great. So not a problem. Perfect.
One more question.
Thank you, Margie, so much for the call.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Margie.
Oh, did we lose Margie?
Oh, did we lose Margie?
We'll try and get her back. We'll try and get Margie
then
back.
You also sell the
are you there?
CoQ10 with 300, 200, and 100.
Right.
So I have 2 moody children. It says something about that it helps with the mood. My children are 32 and 36. Should I buy that separate CoQ10?
When you said you have moody children, I thought you were going to say they're like 11 and 13.
No.
32 and 36.
From my husband. Very moody.
They inherited from your husband, not you, your husband. So CoQ10 is not necessarily something that helps with mood. What you often hear in terms of mood are things like vitamin D or things like omega-3s. But to the extent it could have something to do with energy level and maybe they're fatigued, perhaps CoQ10. But there's all sorts of great research that talks about vitamin D, talks about even B12. But vitamin D and omega-3s, because omega-3s are what our brain is made of. And vitamin D is something where the highest concentration of vitamin D receptors in the brain are in the highest functioning areas in those emotional centers in the brain. So vitamin D and omega-3, which are 2 very affordable products, might be a good way to help them. Maybe a multivitamin with good levels of vitamin D like our Essential One.
Thank you so much, Margie. Great question. If
Thanks,
you've
Margie.
got questions, then 1-866-376-8255.
That's a great question. I thought when her talking about her kids being moody, I thought she was going to talk about young kids. And
not 32 and 30.
Well, I'm sure my parents might say that I'm moody every once in a while, so they'll definitely say that about my sister. Just kidding if she's watching.
No, your sister, does she live near you here?
No, I grew up in New York. Hopefully my sister knows I'm kidding. I grew up in New York, so my sister stayed on the East Coast. My sister, she lives in Connecticut.
Okay. Oh,
so
beautiful.
she's just outside the city. So I often go back to the East Coast and visit. And I moved to the West Coast because I was all about sports and outdoor activities. So that was the center of sports and fitness and wellness. So I moved out there when I left when I was in school still.
Well, folks, we are thrilled that you are part of our family as well with the Andrew Lessman Takeover. We're going to go over this way. We like to give you certainly what you would like, and Andrew, it is here.
Yeah, we didn't speak much about the Secure there, so so hopefully, I mean, it's a meal replacement unlike any other meal replacement on the market in terms of flavor, in terms of solubility, in terms of nutrient content, and again, you could read the reviews to think that it's basically 60 calories, and at 60 calories, it's still a customer pick. I said originally I'd be happy if our meal replacement averaged 2.5 or 3 stars, somewhere in the middle, that half loved it, half didn't. The fact that it's rated, I think, 4.1 or 4.2 stars is truly incredible.
And guys, we'll put the details for Secure at the bottom of the screen for you so you can continue to order that, absolutely. I'm excited to quiz Andrew about acetyl L-carnitine. There is so much buzz about it. A lot of people saying that the price of Andrew's is incredible considering the quality.
Oh, it's downright.
There's a big buzz about this.
Well, we used to have a drink called Carnislim.
Okay.
And Carnislim, it required, like any drink, it required that you had to make certain compromises and add other ingredients for flavor and things like that. So I really was trying to always make an encapsulated form of carnitine that would be both affordable and that would be higher potency. The most we ever got up to was a couple of 100 milligrams until now. So now we've more than doubled the potency of the carnitine per capsule, and we've made it affordable as well. And the reason I wanted to talk about it after Secure, and you could talk about this after we would speak about a product for the brain, or you could talk about it after we're speaking about a product for weight loss, because fascinatingly enough, acetyl L-carnitine, carnitine is the molecule that's responsible for the movement of all fat within our cells to the site where that fat gets burned. So obviously carnitine is central to all fat burning metabolism if you're on a weight loss program, watching what you eat, or exercising. But at the same time, acetyl L-carnitine is well established as an ingredient, which it's the central ingredient in my memory and brain product. So we make a memory and brain product that we had recently improved, and we added acetyl L-carnitine to it to improve it. And it's become really the headline ingredient in our memory and brain product, although it doesn't have as much as we could get in this single capsule here. So this is the highest level by far. And it's a very difficult material to encapsulate. Right. You'll get a sense of that when you see when I open the capsule, because it looks like snowflakes if you're here. Does. It's just these crunchy little flakes, which when you think about the capsule machine that I showed everyone earlier, it's really hard to get those to flow and behave well. If it flowed and behaved well, we'd be able to get 600 or 700 milligrams in the capsule. So unfortunately, but even 500 milligrams, it multiplies what we originally did was 100 milligrams back in the day. So now to think that we're 5 times the potency about 20 years later, it's quite an accomplishment.
Well, I'm thrilled to say, and something you'll notice whenever we're on with Andrew, Andrew and his team are so incredibly talented at managing what goes on and meeting the demand for all of his products. This one, there's something about this, and you know, I had a wonderful email from a lady that had been to, I don't know, it was a slimming club, or she'd been to some kind of seminar where they were trying to sell her some type of form of this.
Right.
And she was saying it was double the price and it was half as good.
Well, it's double the price, and this is just a no-nonsense ingredient. It's just, in that capsule, it's just acetyl L-carnitine. Right. It's pure acetyl L-carnitine. I, of course, recommend you take a daily multivitamin as a foundational product for this, so you get all your B complex. But this is pure acetyl L-carnitine. What's unique about acetyl L-carnitine, it's one of those molecules that could penetrate the blood-brain barrier. What I always talk about at the brain is an incredibly vital organ, and it's so vital and so central to our survival that it's isolated. It's isolated physically. It's up in our cranium. Right. It's basically protected behind this cranium, because if anything happens to it, obviously it compromises our ability to survive. Also, it's also isolated in terms of circulation. So we're very specific in terms of our body. What is allowed to get to our brain? And so if something could pass through the blood-brain barrier, something beneficial, it's very advantageous. In fact, when they derive or design drugs or medicines to benefit the brain, one of the biggest problems with designing that drug or medicine is, can it get past the blood-brain barrier, as they call it? Because it's limiting in that respect. And what's wonderful about acetyl L-carnitine, it kind of speaks to how essential it is that it has no problem. It's welcomed right in. It's a natural molecule. And that acetyl L-carnitine, the acetyl group, is valuable because it helps make the most important neurotransmitter in the brain, acetylcholine. And the other part of it is the carnitine part. The brain relies on fat for producing energy. So you have the carnitine to move that fat to the site in our brain cells where that fat is oxidized to produce energy. So it really is an incredibly important molecule for our brain. It's also a central molecule to all fat-burning metabolism throughout our body.
And I always want to be just intrigued by the facts and figures. Out of all the products we've seen so far, the fastest selling item.
And we don't have much of this, unfortunately. But it's an item that we just introduced in this form about 6 months ago. I think we've only spoken about it on air perhaps on one occasion. Right. But we did make the carnoslim go away because basically this is higher potency, lower cost, and it's 100% pure. The liquid carnitine had to have some flavoring components in it, but this is just a wonderful no-nonsense product that gives you the most central molecule to fat-burning metabolism, and also, I would think, the most central molecule in terms of a twofold benefit to the brain, because it gives you both the acetyl and the carnitine. carnitine, the acetylcholine, and the carnitine for carnitine acyltransferase, so you can move the fat within the cells to the site where it's going to be utilized and burned.
Well, they're telling us we have to move away from it because there is very few remaining, but if you'd like to order yours, just so you can see that pricing on this one specifically, most folks are ordering, and this is where where it gets interesting, most folks are ordering this one for obvious reasons. It's only, and I use that word carefully, $59.90. That saves you $30, and it's on 2 flex.
Originally, I think our 100 or 200 milligram carnitine was somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 40 cents a capsule. So now we have 500,
right?
And we're talking about a little bit more than a dime a capsule. So that is why this has become our central and our only direct carnitine formula, because it's so much more affordable and more pure than anything we've ever done before.
So with that in mind, we'd love your feedback when you do get it out.
Yeah, and it's one of those ingredients, again, that I emphasized before. Very important. If you take this with CoQ10 or if you take this with a daily multivitamin, it's going to deliver its best benefits.
Let's go this way. 2 more amazing items to get to. So Andrew, after you've done now, you said you're not back till April, is that correct?
Not back until the middle of April.
Wow.
So typically, what we typically do is we'll do 3 brief shows, literally just 6 hours in January.
Okay.
But what we did is we did only 2 in January, and we moved this one to February.
Okay.
And then we're not back until April, when we'll do 2 6 hours and 6 hours in April, and then we're not back until July. We do 6 hours and 6 hours. So we're only on a grand total in a year of about 60 hours, whereas most businesses are on many, many times that.
And just to bear in mind that when you see Andrew, when Andrew's here, that's when you get the extra special pricing.
And the reason why, I'm not on more is, first of all, I don't want to bore you to tears. I don't want to repeat the same product over and over and over. But also, unlike other businesses that might have their products made by contract manufacturers all over the world, we have to do the work, and there's only so much work we could do to produce all the products for the shows. That's why we had to build another facility next door here, because there's only so much product we can make. So we have to schedule our production so that we're able to be prepared for each visit, because we don't want to make a bunch of product and have it sit around. And that's the building being erected there.
It's nearly done. It's nearly complete, isn't it, Andrew?
Oh, it's pretty much all done, and we're just finishing off the interior now. So, and this took about 60 days for us to basically, it's called a concrete tilt up. We tilt up the walls, and then you put the roof structure on, and then it's going to be full solar panels on the roof again.
Wow.
So it's, because it's going to be just like this building, 0 carbon footprint.
Well, something we had a chance to speak about yesterday, and hopefully you tuned in yesterday for Essential One, today's special. Andrew and I had a few moments to talk about Friendly Flora. I had spoken specifically about my experience with this yesterday, and I had a lot of feedback about it. If you are somebody that suffers reflux, I've had that for many, many, many years, thankfully not as much anymore. There are a lot of reasons to check out Friendly Flora, right?
Yeah, and of course, no product I make is a cure or a treatment for any disease or disease state, to the extent that whether things like irregularity or gastric esophageal reflux or things like that, if they are a result of, say, if you want to deal with GERD, there's all sorts of simple things to do,
right,
like eat smaller meals,
yes,
eat less spicy meals, avoid things like coffee, don't eat a big meal just before you're going to sleep. Losing weight helps with GERD. Also, if you have a pillow a little bit more upright so it supports you at a little bit higher angle, that's going to reduce the symptoms of GERD. There's all sorts of wonderful things, simple things, that can be done to diminish the symptoms of GERD. But in terms of Friendly Flora is just a very simple and straightforward product in terms of what it does and how it works. Making a product that works well is extremely complicated. It probably took us almost 2 decades to make this product, because I had a real problem making this product. Unlike other companies, I wanted to make sure it would work when you got it home. So I had to make sure that we were making a Friendly Flora product that was stable, that even though you weren't going to refrigerate it, that it had to be stable. That took a couple of decades to accomplish. And what is Friendly Flora? These are organisms that populate our body, whether you like it or not. And you like it if they do, because we could not exist in a healthy state without a healthy composition of Friendly Flora. It is an essential part of healthy digestion. It is an essential part of a healthy immune system. It's even an essential part of a healthy nervous system because of the way our nervous system interacts with the other systems in our body. So there's no escaping the fact that we might have trillions of cells in our body, but in terms of friendly flora organisms in our body, there's 100 trillion. So we are outnumbered. Our cells are outnumbered by friendly flora organisms. The problem is that that's defined in a healthy person. Unfortunately, most of us, the way we live, what we do, our world is sanitized. So most of the foods and crops we're getting, unfortunately, aren't well populated with friendly flora because we want to make sure we've eliminated all the unhealthy bacteria that we could potentially be contaminated with or infected with. In so doing, we eliminate all the friendly flora. So unless we're consciously doing something to make up for our sterilized world, we basically will have either an insufficient and insignificant amount of the proper population of friendly flora within our body, which affects our digestive system. And you talked about things like regularity or GERD or things like that. These are all part of, I would say, a digestive system that's not functioning at its optimum level.
Andrew, I'd love for you to meet one of our insiders. Her name is Debbie. Debbie in Virginia. You're live on the Monday Night Show. Debbie, you're with Andrew and Adam. How are you?
I am so good.
Hi, Debbie.
Gosh, the Double A show. First of all, Andrew, I want to say thank you for taking my question and getting this in your
My
program.
pleasure.
There's been a lot of debate between me and some of my girlfriends, and number one, this is one question with two parts. Number one, who is a good candidate for a probiotic, and what are the benefits of a probiotic?
Well, we are all a good candidate for a probiotic, and by what we are all, meaning that all of us should have a healthy complement of probiotic, of friendly flora in our body. If you're talking about supplementing, that's another story. But all of us should have a healthy population of probiotic in our digestive system, in our reproductive tract, in our mouth. It's part of who we are. It's part of our healthy immune system. It's part of our healthy digestive system. Whether or not we're a candidate to supplement, frankly, I think the way we live in our modern world, we all are a candidate to supplement. But certainly so many of us are taking antacids, things like proton pump inhibitors, like whether it's Prilosec or Nexium, or just even Tums or Rolaids, whatever it is. The moment we change the pH, the acidity in our digestive system, we change the environment for our friendly flora. The moment we take an antibiotic, we change the environment for our friendly flora. So we are constantly doing things, and again, as I said, our food supply, everything we do is sanitizing our world. When I was a kid, we used to run around in the yard in the dirt and things like that. We don't really do that anymore. I certainly still am out in nature and things like that, but our world is so sterilized, so sanitized, and yes, that keeps us safe from pathogens, keeps us safe from bad bacteria. But what it also does, it eliminates the friendly flora, the probiotics that are part of our normal, healthy world and has been since the beginning of time. So who's a candidate? I think most of us might have issues that let us know we are, but frankly, to some degree, whether it's eating yogurt or having a product like this, we all, in the world we live in today, we really are a candidate for friendly flora. And in terms of what they do, they're an inseparable part of our digestive system, our reproductive system, and in our reproductive system and in our digestive system, not just for regularity and the absorption of nutrients, but also to protect us from unfriendly flora, to protect us from pathogens. This population, this normal population of hundreds of trillions of organisms that a healthy person has, of friendly flora, it helps fight, crowd out, and avoid the unhealthy pathogens in our world. So it plays a multitude of roles, and certainly when we take them, if we see a difference when we're taking them, then we know we're a candidate. As I said, just living in our modern society, doing the things we do, the medications we take, we're all a candidate. And when we use a good product, we'll know quickly, as people know with my product, that they were a candidate.
Debbie, thank you so much. A wonderful question. Debbie's one of our longest serving insiders. We appreciate you. We're going to obviously make this available for the rest of the day. Right. You've got the extra savings if you do want to get the Ultimate Friendly Flora. The biggest savings with 180 caps. Andrew, we are on the way to our final item.
Like, I was just looking at the little clock we have here, and I thought we were at the end of our first hour, and this is where we only have a few minutes left.
But I'm pleased we're managing to get to turmeric, because this is one we get questions about all the time.
I didn't get to ask. Hopefully I answered Debbie's question adequately. And if I didn't, any of your questions, we have a toll-free number at my company that's for you. It's not for me. It's for you. It's 800-800-FREE. F-R-E-E. It's a free call. 800-800-3733. So we are always there. We'll answer your questions, your doctor's questions. Whoever has a question, whatever it pertains to, that's what we're there for. So if I didn't do a good job tonight, ask the question again, and they'll get it back to me, and I'll make sure that I either do a video to answer it better or get the answer directly to you.
And don't forget, I encourage you to check out wordsonwellness.com. It is Andrew's blog. It's a wonderful place, lots of great insights there.
And we'll be posting more and more videos and things there, because we hear you loud and clear. That's what you like. You get to listen to the videos on your phone and things like that on our smartphones. So I'll be doing more and more. I love doing that. I love answering your questions, and I now have a great long list of questions that will support a great quantity of videos to make sure that, as I always say, our supplements ensure that you get the best quality supplement of its kind. But being healthy is more than supplements. It's having a healthy diet and just being informed. The more informed we are, the healthier we are.
Well, Andrew is not back now till April. We're going to finish our final presentation with turmeric. Often gets a lot of buzz and a lot of press. And Andrew, I mean, in terms of when you first launched your standardized turmeric, when was that?
Well, originally turmeric appeared in our first product over 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's very funny, all the time people will ask me, you should take turmeric. Have you heard about turmeric? And I'll just sort of smile, because it's a new ingredient for so many folks, but it's kind of, if you've been following my products, my multivitamins, you've been getting 1,000 IU of vitamin D for 39 years. You've been getting CoQ10 for 34 years. You've been getting turmeric originally over 20 years ago, and now a high potency standardized version of turmeric for at least the last decade. So, and that's because what I focus most is the science, and then I focus on translating that science into products that can make a meaningful difference in your life. So certainly my job is reading the science, and fortunately I love that. So, and then the hard part is figuring out how to take that science and make a product that doesn't just deliver benefits to you, but delivers it with no problems. And our turmeric will never upset your stomach. It's easy to swallow. And the problem with turmeric for most people, and they don't even know it, is that turmeric is really hard to absorb. That's overcome with foods because it gets complexed with fat. But unfortunately, the turmeric in foods is only about 1% curcuminoids. Our turmeric is about 95% curcuminoids. And what you'll see when I open this capsule, because our turmeric is complexed with fat, you'll see, instead of being like our typical dusty little powder, it's almost a little clumpy. And you can see when I squish it, and if you could feel it, it almost feels gummy when I squish it. And that's because of the fat that it's complexed with. And of course, the fat that we complex it with is the predominant phospholipid in your brain, the predominant phospholipid in your liver, phosphatidylcholine. So that's what and that's something that we required. So turmeric, there are a lot of folks now making turmeric, but they don't make it necessarily the way that we make it. A lot of folks combine turmeric with something called piperine. It's like black pepper, and I think it's the irritating properties of pepper enhances the absorptive properties of curcumin or turmeric. I'd rather do it the old-fashioned way, follow the sort of the Asian, the Indian cookbook, complex it with fat, and get dozens of times more availability of the curcuminoids than with turmeric on its own.
Andrew, the list here of, I mean, if you do a Google search for turmeric, you're going to find some amazing things. May help to support and maintain the health of the skin. May help to support healthy immune system, function in the epidermis. May help to support healthy iron metabolism. May help to support and promote healthy aging skin. It's like an endless list.
Well, the really exciting things with turmeric, for me, turmeric is part of when I talk about, we talked earlier about the role that, say, marine collagen peptides plays in an integrating protein in our joint tissue, glucosamine and chondroitin being the bricks and mortar of our joints, so to speak. Turmeric is that soothing ingredient for our joints and soothing ingredient within our body. So it's that natural soothing effect that turmeric, most people enjoy its benefits, and certainly liver detoxification should be at the top of the list of anyone's products in terms of detoxifying their liver if they're taking medications, if they drink too much alcohol, whatever it might be. And then, of course, turmeric and its benefits and role for the brain as well.
Now remember, anything that we've seen tonight or you've seen over the past couple days with Andrew's Amazing Today's special, these are special pricing for the weekend that I believe extends just till tonight, correct, Andrew?
I think we should confirm, but I think it's till the end of this evening. I think midnight tonight. So all of the special pricing, the monthly special obviously for February continues until the end of February. The monthly specials that we talked about for March will start now. That's the cinnamon, the cranberry, the berberine, and the alpha lipoic acid. Those special prices continue from today until March 31st.
So if there's anything in your shopping cart, or maybe you saw Andrew talking about something yesterday or today, certainly check out before we hit midnight Eastern time to secure the extra special pricing. It looks like we've got, oh look, they're coming to say goodbye to us.
Come here, can you guys sit? Can you guys do a rounder? Can you sit? Can you sit? Can you stay? Stay. Stay. Okay, break. Good boys.
You should take this on the road, Andrew.
No, they're pretty. Lincoln will, I could walk a half a mile away, and as long as he can still see me, he stays. Oh. Marcel, I go 10 feet away, he goes. But he's 9 months old. So no, they're great. They're amazing. And as much time as I work all the time, so when I'm not working, I'm exercising. So Lincoln never leaves my side, essentially.
I know for many folks who've watched Andrew for many, many years, you love to be a part of this environment. And Andrew, I know for you, this is everything.
It is. It is, to me, being able to share information that has made my life a healthier life and that can potentially do the same for you. And even, I think I've done a video in the past on the food that how I feed the dogs, and I make their little veggie paste with spinach and kale and blueberries and things like that. But that's information I'll provide because we'll also soon have supplements for pets too.
You wanted it, and Andrew's going to do it. You heard it here first. Supplements for pets coming soon.
Same ingredients that we use in the human supplements. It'll just be a slightly different delivery system.
Mr. Andrew Lessman, thank you.